Oh, yeah, here we go again. Hello, and welcome into Ray on Sports. I am your host, Johnny Ray. In this podcast, we talk all things sports from my own opinion. You may agree or you may disagree, but all I do is ask that you listen. So come on in, buckle up, and let's take this ride. All right, here we go. Welcome once again to Ray on Sports. I am your host, Johnny Ray, and we are back at it again for the year of 2025. So welcome in. Let me get rid of this logo here. There we go. And make this full screen. Yeah, I'm here. Okay. So here we are, almost the end of the year, and another episode of Ray on Sports. So let's talk about it. So what happened today? A lot of things happened today. I can't really see with these glasses. Let me take these glasses off. I don't want to take them off, but I have to take them off because I can't really see. And if you don't see me online, you can't tell if I have them on or not. But hey, here we go. Thank you once again. My name is Johnny Ray for Ray on Sports. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So we had a good day in sports today. Well, we had actually a good weekend in sports, starting from Monday till now. We had some football going on. We had some basketball going on. We had some college football going on. I'm not going to go into everything, but I'm going to hit a couple of points today, and then I'm going to try to end, because this is almost the end of 2025. Today is Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a merry Christmas. We are looking at what happened today in the NBA as well as the NFL. That click you just heard is my grandson. He's crazy. But anyway, it's about 11:13 p.m. at my time, and I appreciate you guys tuning in to Ray on Sports. Remember, anytime you want to talk to me, you want to get in touch with me, you want to know anything about me, you can always hit me at rayonsports0905@gmail.com. Once again, that's rayonsports0905@gmail.com. So let's get into it. All right. I'm trying to see what's going on with this thing. No, I don't want to do that. Do I want to do that? Nope, don't want to do that. Oh, there we go. All right. So what we're doing is, I just wanted to see what that looked like. So we're talking about the game. So I just finished watching the Nuggets and the Timberwolves when they went into overtime. And Nuggets pulled it off in overtime, 142-138. Jokic had 56 points. He had a triple-double. The only thing I didn't like about this game, and I commented on TikTok about this game, is I do not like the refs calling the game. And what do I mean by that? I do not like the refs making their job to do the outcome of the game. Excuse me. I can drink some water. What I mean by that is that the refs at times, in some games, makes calls based on the player. Like today, there was a couple of calls during this game. I'm not saying, I'm not saying they, made the Wolves lose or the Timberwolves lose or the Nuggets win. But what I'm saying is, sometimes when games are this intense, I think they should let the players play it out. I don't think the refs should be calling so many what I call ticky-tack fouls or superstar calls or, stuff like that. Because sometimes, certain players get certain calls in any sports, not just in basketball. There's other sports where, in football, Tom Brady might get a call that a other quarterback might not get. Like a Tom Brady might get a call that what's the guy from the Raiders? Oh, God, I can't even think his name. I'm sorry. So Tom Brady might get a call that Tyron Taylor won't get. Or Patrick Mahomes might get a call that another Gardner Minshew might not get. You know what I mean? So stuff like that is like you get calls because there's the call superstars calls. But one player did say that, I believe, I was watching the game. No, it was actually a coach. It was the coach, that former coach. He's now an NBA analyst. PJ Carlissimo. So he was calling the Lakers. He's calling the San Antonio game, which was San Antonio against OKC. And what he said was they were doing, I think they were micing up the players, and the players were going around saying hi to people and things of that nature. It wasn't San Antonio. It was the Dallas game because I remember he was talking about Cooper Flag, and Cooper Flag was running around. He was mic'd up, and during the game, Cooper Flag is the player for the Dallas Mavericks. So what he was doing during the game was he was going to the refs and to the announcers and all those people and the towel people and all this stuff, saying, "Hey, Merry Christmas, how you doing? What's your name?" Things like that. Getting a repertoire with the court, with the referees, with the officials. And that happens in these sports. You go to the referee, "Hey, how you doing? How's your day? How was Christmas? How was your weekend?" Stuff like that. So they do like that to get get familiarized with the referees. Now referees, that's not just in basketball. That's not just in sports. In any area that you're in, you get familiarized with the people in authority. You get customized. You get not familiarized. I'm sorry. You get a good repertoire with the people in authority. And what that does is, in some cases, and this is not just my opinion, this is my podcast, Ray on Sports. In some cases, that can bode well in your favor if something happens. If you're in the workplace and you're good with your supervisor and something happens, your supervisor is more than likely. Let me fix these headphones. Y'all see my hair? Got my hair done. Anyway, in the workplace, your supervisor will notice that you, as a person, you will, get the benefit of the doubt, if that makes sense. They'll listen to all the facts, but they'll try to give you the benefit of the doubt because they're saying, well, you know what, maybe you didn't do that, or maybe it wasn't as bad as people think it is. Same thing in sports. Sometimes you can say in sports that, ref, can you look at that again, or one player that does it a lot, he plays for the Lakers, Luka Doncic, he does it a lot. He always, on the refs about, hey, call this. Hey, you got to call it. You got to call it. You got to call it. Look, they're doing this. You got to call it. And sometimes the ref will be like, okay, I see you. I got you. Sometimes the ref will be like, you know what? Stop it. You're complaining too much. And then if you complain too much to the refs, then they won't call it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. So if you do that, if you complain too much, sometimes the ref won't call it. They'll just look the other way and say, play on, and don't say nothing. But if you're nice enough, you say, hey, ref, you know what? I know you missed. Don't say, I know you missed a call. Just say, hey, you know what? Watch next time when we come down court. Watch what he does. Or in the football field, hey, watch the next time I'm playing against this guy. Watch what he does. Watch what he does with his hands. Watch how he grabs me. Defensive players offensive line might tell the ref, hey, on defense, watch what he comes up, watch how he does, watch how he jumps and stuff like that. So the refs see that. So in their back of their mind, they're looking for that, and they're knowing this is you. They're like, okay, well, he did say he does that. And they'll say, hey, yeah, he did do that. And they'll call the ref, they'll call the foul, or they'll call the penalty, or whatever it is. And whatever sport it is, they'll tell you to watch out for that. So that's what happened today is that, what's his name? Cooper Flag did that during the game. Beginning of the game, he told the refs, hey, how you doing? Whatever like that. And so PJ Carlesimo made the comment and says, hey, yeah, I used to do that back in my day. And what that does is, the ref, he said, I got, kind of friendly with the refs. So the refs kind of like saw it my way a couple of times. And I'm not quoting him verbatim because I was listening to him, but I wasn't really listening because I was doing other things because it's Christmas Day. And I think I was eating. Oh my God, my wife made the most beautiful meal today. She made mashed potatoes with steak and Parmesan corn on the cob. Oh my God. Outstanding. For Christmas, that's what we had. So let me digress a little bit for what I'm talking about, the refs and sports. So for Christmas, every year for Christmas, I have some traditions that we do. One, I have a tradition with my siblings where we all get together on a call and we do a Secret Santa. So I have 3 sisters, 2 brothers, and a nephew. But on the call, it's only my 3 sisters and my nephew. So we try to include everybody, but some people don't want to get in it for whatever reason it is. But we do it every year, and this is the 6th year we've done it. And what we do is we have a thing called Secret Santa. I know you heard of Secret Santa. You should do it all the time. So what it does is my nephew sets it up, and he puts everybody's email in the Secret Santa. Or everybody names it. I'm sorry. And then the system itself generates who your Secret Santa is. So he puts them in, and I think it's 4 of us. Yeah, let me see. No, it's 5 of us. Is it 4 or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 of us. So he puts our names in there. Yeah, because there's 5 of us on the call today. 1, 2, my 3 sisters, my nephew, and me. Yes, 5. So he puts our names in a hat, and everybody gets a gift from the other person. So that way, we're not buying for everybody. And I mention this, if you do Christmas shopping and you have a bigger family, it's a good idea to do. It's called a Secret Santa. You can do it online. What you do is you put all the names of the people, and for us, it works because we're all over the country. Like I'm in California. My nephew's right now, he's in Iraq. He's, God bless you. Much love to you, nephew, for what you're doing. Thank you for your service. My sister is in New Jersey. My other sister is in Seattle, Washington. And my eldest sister lives in LA. And I'm in California, but I'm in Lancaster. So I'm like maybe 2.5 hours away from her. So what we do is, getting back to the Secret Santa, what we do is we put our names in a hat, the system puts our names in a hat, and then they generate your Secret Santa to that person. So you get an email and saying this is your Secret Santa. So what we do on our group chat is we say, you pick 3 gifts that you want, and we give a price range. I don't know what the price. I forgot what the price range was this year, but they said, here's the price range. You put your gifts in there. We put on there what your wish list is or what you want. So everybody puts their wish list in. You pull your Secret Santa, and then on Christmas, and then we have to make sure the gifts gets to the person before Christmas because we do the call on Christmas Day. So I had my sister this year, my youngest sister, I think this year, yeah. So she asked for something, and I sent it to her, and I made sure that it got there on time. Now, here's the thing with Amazon and, all these other places that you buy stuff from, sometimes they're late. So I was kind of hoping that, I was praying and hoping that the gift got there on time, but it did get there on time because the first time I ordered it like 2 weeks ago, and it said it wasn't going to be delivered till like, the day before Christmas or something like that. And I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, she's not going to get it on time. I'm going to get on the call. And I'm about to explain why. And, my siblings, we go back and forth with each other. We laugh, we joke, we say all kind of stuff to each other. But we do it in good humor. It's not like we getting on each other. We just in humor. We talk about each other all the time. We have fun with it. Like for one thing, my older sister, I'm kind of diverting a little bit, but I'm giving you a little backstory on what we do. My older sister, she talks about certain things, so we always, heckle her and says, "Oh yeah, my sister's on her coming back from her flight." On her private helicopter, and you got to wait for her to land. And, we do stuff like that. So we make jokes. But anyway, so we did that. So I gave him the gift. So we had our call that morning. And this is the 6th year we've done it. We did a call in the morning. We did like a Zoom call in the morning, or was it Zoom or FaceTime? We did a FaceTime call this morning. Everybody opened their gifts. Then everybody has to guess who gave them that gift. So I had got my gift, I got one of my gifts like a week ago. And then I got my next gift like Monday. I believe it came in Monday through the mail. So when I got it, I looked at it and I saw the address on it. I said, oh, my sister bought this because the address was LA address. So I was like, oh, I know who got my stuff. And then I got something else, and my wife looked at it and said, wait a minute, you already got one of these. So I got the gift I got was an espresso. I mean, not an espresso, sorry, a Keurig, the newer Keurig. If you don't know me, I'm a coffee connoisseur. I love coffee, any kind of coffee. I'm now on this Nespresso kick. And if you don't have an espresso, hit me up at rayonsports0905@gmail.com, and I'll hook you up, and I'll let you know what it is. I'll tell you right now, if you have an espresso, it would change your life about how you drink coffee. It will. That's my niece's, my granddaughter, my grandkids running through here. My grandkids running through here and doing stuff like that. They're just talking and laughing. So, yeah, so that's what I got for Christmas. So my wife was like, wait a minute, did you buy you another machine? I said, no, I ain't bought nothing. They said, well, your Secret Santa bought you a coffee machine. I was like, okay. So she said, you already got one. I was like, yeah, but this is a newer brand. It's a new Keurig. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called. It's the newest Keurig that was out. And somebody bought it for me. Keurig. Yeah. Keurig company. So it's a new Keurig machine. It's I don't even know which one it is. But I got it for Christmas, and I got that. And also, is it this one? No, it's not that one. I'm trying to see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking online to see which one it is. Yeah, it's like it's not the ice one though. It's the K Plus, I believe it's called. That's the newest one. Express, K Express. That's what it's called. I got a K Express. It's called a K Express. It's a nice little mini coffee. I wish I could, being more advanced to share my screen. Yeah, I can do that. Let's see, share screen. There it is. So there we go. Let me share that with you guys real quick. And if you don't see me on video, you'll see it on you'll hear about it. So here it is right here. It's called a K Express. I'm the K Express single server coffee maker. So that's what I got for Christmas. So that was cool. I can stop sharing my screen now. Stop sharing. Stop sharing. There we go. So I got that for Christmas, and then I got my other gift was autographed Joe Montana. Wow, that I was blown away with. That I was blown away with because I'm a diehard Niner fan, and I got a Joe Montana jersey for Christmas. So that blew me out the water. So anyway, so we got that. So we went through that. So we all opened our gifts, got our stuff then. And so they was like, well, Uncle Johnny, where'd you get your gift? Who do you think got your gift? So I said, well, on the box it had the address, so I figured it was my sister's. So my nephew says, no, it was me. I was like, what? He said, yeah, I put the address on there on purpose to throw you off. He said that. So he told me about the jersey and he told me about the coffee maker. He knows I'm a big, huge coffee fan, so he got me that. So it was cool. So that was the first part of my day, and that was long. It took me a long time to explain. God, and my pockets. I'm only on 15 minutes already. Anyway, so I got through that. So then after that, me and my wife and our grandkids and my daughters went to go see a movie. So every year, this is our thing. We have dinner, we go to the movies, and then we have I have my Secret Santa gift exchange as well as the gifts from here that we get the grandkids and ourselves. So we went to go see the movie. Went to the movies, and we saw Avatar: Fire and Ash. Great movie, outstanding movie. I loved it. What I had to do before that was watch the previous ones to get caught up. So I watched Avatar, the second one. I forgot it's called, I think, Way of the Water or something like that. And if you don't know Avatar, go back and watch it. Start with the first one. Don't watch number 3 unless you watch 1 and 2 because you'll be lost. You'll be like, wait a minute, who is that? And what did he do? Wait, how that? What? Okay. So it was outstanding. Great movie. Great family movie. Outstanding. I think it's Spielberg who makes. I'm not sure who makes that movie, who produced it. Outstanding movie, but that's what we went to go see. So after we saw that, we came home. And like I said, my wife cooked this outstanding dinner, and then I ended up watching 4 games today. Did I watch 4? Yeah, I watched the Spurs versus the I didn't see the first game because we were at the movies. So I ended up watching the San Antonio OKC game, the Dallas Golden State game. I watched some of that. I was dozing off and on with the Dallas Golden State because it was like, yeah, it was okay. Houston and LA, didn't watch all that because I'm a diehard Laker fan, and we were losing by 20, and I stopped watching it. I ended up flipping to the NFL game, the Broncos and the Chiefs game. I watched some of that, and then the last game I just finished watching, like I just recapped, was Denver, Minnesota, and that game. That's what comes to my point. I'm certain now. I'm circling back around, so I'm coming back to my point of what I'm saying about refs deciding the game. So it's like 3 instances in that game where the refs kind of like decided the game. One was a foul that was overturned. The second one was another foul on Rudy Gobert that I guess there was a scramble for the ball. Jokic, I think Murray from the Nuggets had the ball. He passed it to Jokic. Rudy Gobert ran through Jokic to grab the ball, and they called the foul on Jokic. The coach challenged the call. They said, "Oh, before that happened, Rudy hit Jokic, and the foul was on Gobert, and Rudy Gobert was kicked out the game because it was his 5th foul anyway, so he was out." Now, the other thing was the game went into overtime because of Anthony Edwards, who said it was going to be an outstanding game anyway, and he had a clutch fadeaway 3 to send the game into overtime because they were down by, I think Minnesota was down by like 11, came back, stormed back. They was down by 3, 2.1 seconds, 1.2 seconds left in the game or something like that. Anthony Edwards catches it on the base, catches it in the corner against Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray was guarding him, and Anthony Edwards turned around and hit a 3 to send the game to overtime. Got into overtime. Minnesota was playing hard, playing good. They were up by like 9. All of a sudden, Denver took a timeout, came back. Before you know it, game was tied again. Denver went up. So then Anthony Edwards was playing, and he made a shot. He drove the base. He drove to the basket, dunked, made the shot, and then on the way he made it, and he screamed or whatever. But what he did was, as Jokic was taking the ball out, Anthony Edwards kind of like hit at the ball, and I guess in the rule book, sorry, in the rule book, excuse me, 1 minute. I guess in the rule book that's considered a technical foul because you can't do that. So we got this one tech. Next, now me personally would let them just play that out. That's like in the heat of battle. He just did that, but because Jokic, like I said, going back to what I said before. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Lord, I'm not. No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. I'm right here. Right here. Anyway, so what I'm saying is Jokic screamed, "Hey!" And that's what made the ref call the foul. And so that's what make my point of the refs deciding the game because of a star player. If Jokic would never say anything and he just played on, it'd have been fine. And they, just played out. But see, now to a Timberwolves fan, it's like, oh, if it wasn't for the refs, we would have won the game. Because then after that, Anthony Edwards got one tech, and then something else happened, and he talked about it, and then refs hit him, bam, hit him in the second one, so he kicked him out the game. So he was done for the game. By that time, I think the Nuggets were up like 3 or 4, and it was like a foul game where, the foul game is like it's like 2-3 seconds, not 2 seconds, like maybe a minute, 30 seconds left in the game, 10 seconds left in the game, and you foul as soon as they inbound the ball, and that's how Jokic got his 56 because it was all on the majority of it was on foul shots. Yeah, the majority of his 56 points because before the overtime he was at I think 48. After that, they kept inbounding the ball to him and they kept fouling him and he kept going to the line making the shots. He made the 3 threes in overtime. I think 2 threes in overtime, but then he made the rest of the shots from there. So Jokic ended up with 56 points, 16 rebounds, and 15 assists. Now, here's the thing about assists, because they always talk about the greatness of Jokic. The thing about an assist is if the person you pass it to don't make the play or make the ball, make the shot, it's not an assist. So everybody in the league could average a triple double. Or everybody in the league can get a double-digit assist if that person they pass the ball to makes that shot. A lot of players like a Jokic is such a dominant player that he can shoot and pass that you don't know what defense to call on him. You double him, he's going to kick it to the man in the corner, and then they have, if you notice, like in some games, the offense is waiting for that. They'll say, okay, Jokic's going to get doubled. If Jokic's doubled, you stand in the corner because he's going to kick it to you. Jokic will say that if I get doubled, let me see you. I'll give you the ball. Or whoever the man is doubling him off of, he can kick it to that person, and that person can make the shot. Now, that's where most of the assists come from. A lot of assists also come from, fast breaks. Jokic see, he'll get the rebound and kick it up the floor. He'll see somebody running down, like he'll see Jamal running down the side. He'll see Aaron Gordon right down the side. He'll see another player running down the baseline or something like that, and he'll pass it to him. And that's good. The art of the assist was mastered, in my opinion, was mastered by Magic Johnson. Because Magic Johnson it's different. I think it's different now. The NBA is different because I was talking to my brother about it because we was watching the game together. The NBA has changed a lot. Everybody wants to shoot a 3. Nobody's running to the basket. They're dunking, but they're dunking off an assist. Or they're dunking, it's not a one-on-one where I'm going to post up or I'm going to make a mid-range. It's either a 3 or a dunk. That's what the game has changed to. There's no more mid-range players. And I was thinking about that mid-range game. And I'm still talking about the refs, I'm still talking about today's games. But the mid-range game has went away. I think the best mid-range shooters right now in the league, Devin Booker. God, what is his name from the Kings? Oh my God, he used to play for the Bulls. God, he's a great mid-range player. Kawhi Leonard's a great mid-range shooter. And the guy from the Raptors. Oh my God, I can't think of these people's names right now, but they're the best mid-range players I know. Mid-range players that I know. Devin Booker from the Suns. De'Aaron Fox is a mid-range player, but he shoots a lot of threes now. but he's master of the mid range. But I'm talking about masters of the mid range. Like Kawhi Leonard is a master of the mid range. He can shoot from anywhere. God, what's the guy from Chicago? Let me find these people and I'll tell you who it is. He plays for Chicago. Or no, he used to play for Chicago. He plays for Sacramento now. That's what he plays for now. And his name, God, what is his name? What is his name? What is his name? What is his name? Hold on. I'm getting Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is the master of the mid range for this. He's one of the players that's master mid range. Shea Gilgeous Alexander can play the mid range game. So that's the thing about being a great player is you got to be a 3 level. Right now, it calls a 3-level score. You can shoot from the 3, you can shoot the mid range, and you can drive to the basket. That's considered a 3-level score. So those guys are that, and that makes their game even better. So when Jokic gets these assists, which is good, he's great. He's great at passing. He's great at seeing the play, seeing the players and stuff like that. That's where he gets the points from. I mean, that's where he gets assists from. But you have to make the shots. So that was one of the games. Like I said, the other games that went on was the oh my God, it was my LA Lakers. Oh my God, they looked horrible. The Lakers. Oh my God. They got blown out by the Houston Rockets. Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. Oh my God. 119-96. Kevin Durant had 25. What's his name from? God, see, I keep saying what's his name. I got to know these players' names, so you guys won't just get me on this. But another guy from Amir Thompson from the Houston Rockets had 25. They played a good game. KD, you can't stop him. KD's like 7 feet tall and has a 7 foot wingspan. So he can shoot over the top of you. No matter who you are, he can shoot over the top of you. I think the only person he probably can't shoot over is Wemby. But Wemby doesn't jump. Wemby just sticks his hand up in the air. But that was one of the games. And then after the game, JJ Redick says, we don't care enough right now. That's part that bothers you a lot. We don't care enough to do things that are necessary. We don't care enough to be professional. He also said, Saturday's practice, I told the guys it's going to be uncomfortable. The meeting is going to be uncomfortable. I'm not doing this another 53 games like this. Wow. Now, after he said that, Kendrick Perkins got on ESPN and said Kendrick Perkins, former player for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now he's an ESPN analyst, basketball analyst for the NBA. He says that JJ Redick can't be calling out players like that because after a while, players will stop listening to you, which is true. If you're a coach that keeps calling out your players and keep saying it's their fault, they're not playing hard enough, then they're gonna be like, well, I don't want to play for you no more. But I don't think that they'll take it that way. I think they'll understand what JJ is trying to say. I think they'll come together, and that's just my personal opinion because I'm a Laker fan. I think they'll get out the funk. I think a lot of it had to do with the rotation stopped changing because Austin Reeves was out for like 5 or 6 games. Luka was out. LeBron just got back. Rui Hachimura was out. Gabe Vincent is out. Players were in and out. Jackson Hayes was out today. DeAndre Ayton missed a game. So they're on a 3-game losing streak, but all those 3 games, they didn't have a full lineup. When they were winning good, when they were doing well, they had a full lineup. They had Austin Reeves and Luka playing well, and then LeBron was coming in doing what LeBron does. But now, like Austin only played the first half, and then he went out with a calf injury. So they didn't want to take a chance on him. And I think it's more of they looked at the game and said, well, we're losing. Do we really think we got a chance of coming back? And the way Houston was playing, they probably just shut him down and said, nah, it's not worth you going out there and trying to prove something when we might not even win this game. So they were able to take the L. And sometimes you think, oh, they lost. But sometimes you have to think of the players more than the game. Like if you know you're down by 20 and it's the fourth quarter and it's like 6 minutes left, you wouldn't leave your starters in there to get something happen to them. You start putting your bench in there and says, oh, and they said, oh, that the coach is throwing the white flag. Yeah. Why would I risk my star player playing hard when we're down by 20 with 6 minutes left? Yes, there's been times in the league during games where teams have come back from 20 down and won games because in today's NBA, which I said earlier, is different than the normal NBA, than the older NBA. Everybody shoots threes. So 20 points is nothing to come back from. But if you know that your team doesn't have it that night, as a coach, you got to make a decision. Say, you know what? No, they don't have it tonight. Let's just shut this down. Let team whatever, but don't let's not embarrass ourselves either. So you put your bench in there, but you tell your bench to play hard because you auditioning right now for minutes, and these guys that come in are guys that don't normally play, so they're auditioning for minutes. So you gotta play hard because you never know when your number is gonna be called. So you put in your bench players and you let them play and they play hard and they be like, why are they playing so hard? They losing. They auditioning. They audition tell the coach, hey, I got something here. Now with the Lakers, they're on that fence right now. They were playing well to begin with. Everybody was giving them praise, and now they're losing. Now everybody's talking about them, which happens in any sport. What happens with any team? When you win, they love you. When you start losing, then they start nitpicking at you and says, "Okay, this is the reason why you lose because of this, because of that, because of this." When the Lakers were winning, they were like, "Oh my God, they're outstanding. JJ's an outstanding coach. He knows what he's doing. He got the mind of the players." Then they go on a 3-game losing streak, and he says what he said in the media today. And people said, "Oh no, JJ's gonna lose the team." He keeps saying stuff like that. And not Sam Perkins. Why I think of Sam Perkins? Sam Perkins used to play for the Lakers, but Kendrick. Yes, you can say that. I have no problem with you saying that. I have no problem with you saying that because that's your job as an analyst to analyze the game. And what you're saying when you say JJ might lose a team, yeah, that's a possibility. But there's also a possibility of them galvanize the team and um inspiring the team, throwing some fire in them, saying, "Hey, we got to play better. What's going on? We started off good. What's going on? What happened?" So everybody's got to be held accountable. But then Luca in his what did he say? And Luca said, and his response was, "I don't know what has to change, but definitely something needs to change afterward." Um, think we were blown out the last 3 games. It definitely looks like it definitely looks terrible. We got to figure it out. That's things we have to do. We just got to talk about it. Everybody's got to talk about it. And I know JJ said it's going to be uncomfortable for everybody, as they should be. And he added, everybody has to got to give better effort. Start with me. That's a team leader telling them, hey, it starts with me. I got to do better. And Luca's thing, in my opinion, is that he complains too much to the refs. He's always talking to the refs. Refs. Hey, now I get the call. Hey, I get the call. And that circles back around to what I was talking about. The refs, listening to you and not listening to you. So it all circles back around. I know I went all kind of places and came back, but it all comes back to, how you treat the refs. If you complain a lot to the refs, but you have a good repertoire of the refs, they might listen to you. But if you complain about the refs and you just keep complaining every time you take a shot, hey, you missed that call. Hey, you missed that call. Oh my God, I got hit. Hey, refs gonna be like, you know what? Stop it. Just play the game, dang on game. Stop it. I'll call when I see it. If it's flagrant enough, not flagrant. Flagrant is not really the word I'm looking for. But if it's noticeable enough for me to call a foul, I'll call a foul. But if you do it on one end and then they do it on the other end, I got to call it both ways. So you can't complain when I call it on you. And that's what, some players be like, hey, why are you calling on me? And he's like, because you just told me you told me about that on the other end that they're doing it to you and you're doing the same thing. So I should call it on them and not call it on you. Okay. But that's what it is, So that's what I have for this week of Ray on Sports. I don't want to stay on too long. I'm at 30 minutes right now. But I love talking because I did talk a lot about my personal life and things that I did. And I hear my grandkids in there. It's like 11:45 at night. And they still ain't in the bed. What is going on in America? But this is Johnny Ray for Ray on Sports. I'll try to be back before the end of the year, put another episode out. I think I'm on season 2, and I think I'm on episode. This is my episode. What episode is this? Oh my God, let me see. Let's see what episode I'm in right now. Let me look at my this is season 2, and this is episode 3. This will be episode 4 of season 2 of Ray on Sports. Yes, and guys, please download this episode. I need 8 more to get to 750 episode, 750 downloads. I just need 8 more downloads. So please download this episode. Please share this episode. Please like and share. Please look at my TikTok and check out my comments. My little clips from this episode, and listen to the episode. If you want to reach me, you can reach me at rayonsports0905@gmail.com. That's rayonsports0905@gmail.com. You can listen to this episode again on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, I have a YouTube channel called Ray on Sports. I'm on Buzzsprout. I'm on a lot. God, what else am I on? Let me see my directories. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Amazon Music. I'm on Podcast Index, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Podcast Addict, Pod Chasers, Podcast, Deezer, Listen Notes, Player FM. Also, Overcast, Castro, Castbox, Good Pods, and True Fans. So you can catch my episodes anywhere there, or you can catch some old episodes and go back and listen to them. From things I've said in the past. One of the love episodes I got is the dealing with cancer with my family member. Listen to that one. That one's pretty good. Also, just listen to it as a whole. If you missed any of my old episodes, go back and listen to the season. If you missed anything from your season one was great. I had some guests on there. I had some things to talk about. I had guests on like every week, and then I just went away from that. I just went back to just being me as Ray on Sports on Podcast. But I'm gonna expand and have guests. But I'm trying to get some stuff together. I'm trying to figure some stuff out. I got the equipment that I needed. I got me a mic. I got my headphones. I got my interface that I'm using that makes me sound a little bit better. Because every time I listen to my episodes, I try to make sure I sound as good as I possibly can. And then I watch other people's podcasts and see what they do and what they use. And I always see them do this with the mic. They're always moving it and bringing it close and bringing it back like they can't hear themselves. But I think they can. But I love it. So thank you guys for listening. This is another episode of Ray on Sports. And I am your host, Johnny Ray, the host of Ray on Sports. Once again, if you want to reach me, you can reach me at Ray on Sports 0905 at gmail.com. If you want to come on the episode, you can reach me at Ray on Sports 0905 at gmail.com. Come on the episode. We can chop it up. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. I'm all around sports. I talk about a lot of basketball, talk about a lot of football, but I can do hockey. I can do college football. I can do baseball. I can do whatever you want me to do. I can do tennis. I can do track and field. I do a lot of WWE. That's the big thing, WWE, because I love wrestling. I've been loving this since I was a kid. I mean, not since I was a kid, since I was about in my 30s. I've been listening to wrestling. I'm in my 60s now, so that's like 30 years of wrestling I've listened to. I started off with, I think I said in the previous episode, my episode of, what was it? Yeah. My episode of WWE and NBA. And also I did the episode of pay-per-view versus streaming, the evolution. Listen to those two episodes. But yes, I've been a diehard fan, but that's enough for now. Thank you guys for listening to Ray on Sports. This is your host for Johnny Ray. Until next time, take care. God bless. And I'll see you next time.